In this video, I'm showing you a brand new free tool that helps you find more profitable products to sell on Amazon. Because SellerAmp launched a brand new free Chrome extension that's already saving me a ton of time trying to find products. So if you want to get the free Chrome extension, go ahead and head to this URL right here. I'll leave the link down below, and you can just download the free Chrome extension from the Chrome web store right here. So for today's video, I want to give you a quick breakdown of how it works, show you some of the time savers that you might not be thinking about within it, and I want to show you two more product research hacks on SellerAmp that are going to make you a ton of money come Q4. And even if you're watching several months after this video came out, you'll want to see those two product sourcing hacks, right? So for example, I want to start just by looking at a brand that it's usually auto ungated for a lot of new Amazon sellers. It's called Stafford, just like a bunch of standard like shirts and that kind of stuff. And the reason why I want to use this as an example is because when we search the Stafford brand, for example, here, what SellerAmp QVS is going to do is it's going to show me this box underneath every Amazon product on the Amazon search pages now. And so the reason this is useful is when I'm trying to figure out if I want to dig deeper on a brand, if a brand's going to be very reseller friendly, or if the brand already only sells to Amazon, or the brand sells themselves, right? We want to quickly be able to disqualify which brands we can dig deeper on and which brands we never want to have to look at again. So I can pretty easily determine that this brand is reseller friendly based on the offers counts on a lot of these products right here. See 11 plus offers. You can see there's lots of FBA, FBM sellers all over these listings. And so this looks like something that's very reseller friendly, right? We can also see the rank on a lot of these products. So it's telling me it's like the top 250 in men's t-shirts. That's going to be a pretty fast selling product. If it has any kind of ratings, reviews, that kind of thing, it'll also tell you right here. So for me, if I see some text here, it tells me that at least somebody's left a review. It means it's probably sold at some point, and there's a good shot I can sell it again. And if you're just trying to do a quick eyeball as to, how heavy are these products, how much is it going to cost me to ship it, you can just mouse over that right there. There's going to be dimension information as well as lots of other info that might be useful for you as you're digging in. And this is also going to be useful as you're looking through like random clearance, different websites where you find certain brands on sale. So for example, these right here, these like shorts, I hadn't heard of these before. I wasn't sure if we could sell this brand, so I popped it into Amazon and I can quickly see, hey, this got actually a pretty good amount of reviews. There's 8 FBM sellers on it. A lot of these have decent subcategory rankings here, and so these could be something that I might actually want to dig a little bit deeper on, compared to something like this where I hadn't heard of this sunglass brand before, so I wanted to see, is this going to be worth it? Should I spend any time? Because on most of these websites, especially when it comes to like clearance and that kind of stuff, you can specifically filter down to whatever brand you want. So now, based on the fact that I know that this POC brand right here, I know it sells decently well, maybe I just want to niche down to that and check those out, right? But that sunglasses brand I was looking at, the Serengeti, when I search that right here, I can see they all have either 1 or 2 FBA sellers. Amazon's on a lot of them, and typically when you see something like this, that tells you that the brand themselves probably sells that product, something you mostly likely want to avoid. And especially if you're trying to avoid like IP complaints, or you're trying to figure out which brands are policing their listings, basically. This is one of those things that just helps you more quickly figure out, hey, is this brand going to be a trap? Is this brand going to be something good for me to sell in my store? Another quick application that I've been liking this for is looking through products that are mostly dominated by Amazon, by distributors who have crazy good pricing and that kind of stuff. But one thing specifically within makeup and vitamins and grocery that I've noticed is that if you see like a 2-pack on a certain listing, or the picture's like a little bit unprofessional, like you can see there's like a background in it, those tend to be some of the most profitable items, at least for arbitrage sellers, because we can go in and those are probably going to be higher priced, the 2-packs, that kind of thing. As I'm mousing over this right here, I can see all of the different variations. You could also use this to see, hey, do they have the particular color of shoes that I found on sale, right? Without having to open up the listing. For example, here I see there's like a 2-pack up on one of those colors. That could be something where the price is a little bit higher, just because 2-packs and, like I was saying, those types of listings tend to be a little bit more expensive. Something like this where all the pictures are very professional, very clean. Amazon's on this listing, as we can see right there. That tells me that Amazon's probably going to be on the rest of those too, just because it all has that same uniform branding. Something like this right here, I see there's a 2-pack on one of the variations here. So that might be something I want to dig in a little bit deeper there, basically. It just shows me which listings might have some cracks I can slip into a little bit, and which ones probably are pretty well buttoned up, mostly sold by Amazon. Something like this where it all seems pretty professional. Amazon's on it, probably not going to be able to make too much money there. And so like I said, this extension is free. It's got all that basic information on there. But if you're serious about selling on Amazon, I figure you probably already have the SellerAmp Chrome extension as well. So for that, I want to give you a quick little crash course, show you 2 things that I've been doing a lot recently to help me find a ton of winning items. And coming into the holiday season, just preparing for any season where sales are going to be higher, I want to show you a major hack. Something like with this item right here, I was able to find a 50% off coupon that was working on this site. And so especially when it comes to looking at things that have a lot of reviews on the actual brand's website, there's a good shot that it's probably selling somewhat well on Amazon as well. Instead of having to grab that, search it into Amazon, figure out if it's good or not, you could use a little bit of QVS to do that. But something I've been doing a lot on items where I have a good hunch that it might be somewhat profitable is using the one-click search over here. So I click that button right there, it searched the title. In this case, I just added the brand name to get more specific search results. And it seems like I might have two different options to sell this listing under, given that we have that coupon that I was telling you about. So we can get these for 20 bucks. Over on Amazon, it looks like the price is about 45. And so something like this, we can very quickly just pull up the best listing. We can see that the BSR is in the top 1%, where I'm typically willing to buy products if it's the top 1% of the category. Buying this for 20 bucks, we make pretty solid profit. And even if we weren't able to find as good of a coupon next time, we could still probably make some decent money even at a slightly higher price points. So pretty good ROI on something like that. I also like it because it shows me all the different listings for every product. So in this example, this seems like it really matches that source listing. This one does look a little bit different here in this case, but another really useful thing is just like simplifying the search. Let me take that away and let me just add like pack. A lot of times we can find like a 2-pack or a bundle of some kind. So like here you can see here's like a set with some of the other items. So maybe you can check the website, see if those three combined, if we can get those for about 60 bucks, you might be making some money. For searching the profitable products on the actual web page, it's just one of those things that saves you a bunch of time. But you can also do this within Google Sheets. So if you are like a wholesale seller or anything like that, you can use this on an actual Google Sheet. So whenever you're firing through those price sheets that you're looking at, you can literally just copy paste the title of each individual line item there, search it there. Because as we know, the best way to source products is the manual way. Trying to find those items that the automated quote unquote sourcing tools are always missing, just because the title might be slightly wrong, the UPC might be slightly wrong. That's just why it's so much better to be manually sourcing using SellerAmp. And then also coming into Q4, if you're watching this video right after it came out, you're going to start seeing a bunch of items like this, where it's a very like giftable holiday type products. This is like a really classic like stocking stuffer type product, I would have to assume. And what's really interesting about this product is when I zoom out to the all-time view down here on Keepa, I can see how the price goes up to 60 bucks or so consistently every single Q4 like clockwork. And typically we can get these for 10 or so each. Right now, obviously we don't want to be making $6 profit, 20% ROI. It's a little bit low, but we're already seeing the pattern repeat itself, right? You see how the number of new sellers is dropping, and every time it has dropped going into Q4, the price has gone crazy high and we're able to make some money, right? It goes up to at least 55 bucks. So on something like this, it's a really good idea to start building season specific Google Sheets, that kind of stuff. So for example, down here on SellerAmp, I want to go ahead and click Christmas because I noticed that this is a killer Christmas item. It's not quite good for me to buy today. I don't want to buy and speculate and hope that prices go up, but as Christmas gets closer, I can just pop back into my Google Sheet right here that has all the items that I've been keeping my eye on a little bit. Weren't quite profitable when I was looking at it, but as we get into early Black Friday sales, sometimes even by Halloween, some of these prices will be going up. And especially when it comes to Black Friday sales, you don't want to be flying blind. There's going to be so many opportunities, so many different websites offering the best prices they ever do. And you want to be able to just quickly filter down a Google Sheet to the best items within certain brands. You go and you see that brand on sale. It's, oh, I already found 15 products where I saw the price goes up every Christmas. Wasn't quite good. This Black Friday sale, however, makes it really good. And on items like this, you're going to be able to do that exact same thing, bounce right back in. And if you want to even take that a step further, you can use Keepa tracking down here. So I could say, hey, let me know when this item is about $55 or more here in this example. And then whenever I get that Keepa alert in my email, instead of being like, man, where did I source that from? I don't remember. You just take that ASIN, pop it into your SellerAmp Google Sheet, and you'd be like, oh yeah, here was the source link for it. I know exactly where to buy it. Let me go buy it. And I'm just making some money with doing less work. That's the main thing. Main topic, what we're talking about today is how do we skip to the good items as fast as possible and take advantage of all that work that you're doing so you can restock as much as possible. So if you found value in today's video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. I've always wanted one of those shiny YouTube plaques, so help me hit my dream there. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to drop those down below as well. Always happy to answer that for you. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and the YouTube algorithm thinks you need to watch this video next to keep making money online.